What's up, everybody? This is Dominic here to talk about today's General Hospital episode. I know I haven't did a video in like a long time because this is the reason for that. I've been doing finals, and what my school's already freaking getting ready for finals, and well, I guess you can actually see where they're coming from. They're getting ready like a month or so early because finals week from where I go to school at finals week is like the week of December 3rd. It's around that time, all I know, and some of my professors and teachers are getting ready for finals and whatnot, and we're talking about finals, and I've been like having to study and whatnot, and I've been having to like study lines for this play I'm in. I'm doing currently a part of a stage play. I booked a stage play, and I've been studying lines for that, and also my work schedule, school schedule, and my rehearsal schedule. Hadn't really had time for General Hospital that much. Hadn't really, and actually I will say this is actually the first full episode I actually watched in like a week. This is like the first full episode of GH I've watched in a week. And then I have like a whole bunch of other episodes like, which probably will be deleted, but I have a whole bunch of episodes like piled up on my DVR, and I haven't really gotten to watching them. So, but that's why I haven't been really watching videos. And anybody that follows me on Twitter know I haven't really been tweeting much. But I live tweeted the show today because I had some time off. But today was actually the day I really had. Today's the day I actually really have a lot of time. I had a lot of time off. I had like a full day to myself. But anyway, but yeah, let's talk about today's episode. Today's episode, in a way, to me, seemed kind of a lot of things came into perspective in a way, and a lot of things also a lot of things came was a lot of things started rolling in today's episode. As I say, a lot of things started rolling in today's episode, like this whole mob war. I'm gonna tell you something. I already know how this damn thing's gonna end. I haven't heard any spoilers and whatnot. I've been really been trying to, and I have actually been very good at staying spoiler free. Um, but but yeah, this whole mob war. Here's the thing. I know we already know how this damn thing's gonna how damn thing's gonna play out. Sonny's gonna wind up winning in the end. We all know he's gonna wind up winning in the end because no mob war on General Hospital has ever not gone in Sonny's favor. Yeah, some stuff may have happened, but in the end of the day, Sonny's gonna wind up winning. But anyway, winds up calling. Well, Sonny and Sean are still at the I think that's like a storage building and whatnot, where that where, that place that was attacked, and Sonny basically has Julian Jerome's file, and he basically figured out that Julian Jerome is yet still alive, but going under the name Derek Wells. So Sonny has proof that Derek Wells is Julian Jerome. And something a little tidbit I actually watched. I actually did watch one episode last week where it was the episode where Robert told Anna that Julian Jerome was in the witness protection program, and he basically got a new name, a new identity, and a new face. And his name is Derek Wells. And his name was changed to Derek Wells, and he can't be in Port Charles. He seriously isn't supposed to be in. Hold on. How he's not supposed to be in Port Charles. He can't even come to Port Charles anymore. So we all know he's using the whole Julian Jerome moniker to be in Port Charles, because if they find out that Julian Jerome, if people in Port Charles find out that Julian Jerome, like at the PCPD, the PCPD, if they find out Julian Jerome is in Anna knows, but we all know Anna's locked up at Castle Island. If any of them find out that Julian Jerome is actually alive, it's gonna be they're gonna come after him. They're all gonna come after him. But anyway, so Sonny calls up Julian, and Julian basically comes in and basically starts talking to Sonny. Sonny wants him to run a story about Julian Jerome attacking him, and Derek says Derek says he can't do it because he can get Julian could sue him and whatnot. And I was just basically sitting there waiting for Sonny to basically bust him out and say he knows who he is. I mean, Sonny, if you want to take him out, you should just took him out right there. I mean, from what I understand, real mobsters, they come face to face against their enemy, they'll take him out. They take him out. I mean, that's what I feel Sonny should have done. Sonny should just took him out right there. If Sonny was also badass like he says he is, he basically this should just took him and had Sean or somebody take him out. Sonny should just took him out himself. Because apparently Julian had someone like a bodyguard or someone with him. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm not really for all this whole mob war and whatnot. I'm not really here for that. We all know how it's gonna end. Sonny's gonna come out on top, and why do we have to sit through all that? But anyway, like I said on Twitter, it's gonna take a whole lot to really get me intrigued and like to get me interested in this whole mob war. But anyway, then we talk about Morgan and Michael. Morgan, we gotta know Michael is running Sonny's restaurant, that restaurant Sonny owns. Well, we all know Michael's running that, so Michael basically is sitting there, gets cleaning up and whatnot, and not doing a very great job at it, but cleaning up. And then Morgan comes in, and he and Michael have a little discussion and whatnot. And I'm saying Morgan had me like rolling. He basically went in Sonny's office, propped his feet up on his desk, and basically was act like it was his office and whatnot. And Michael basically said something like, basically says either he's gonna throw Morgan out. Michael basically threatens to throw Morgan out, and I'm like, Michael, we all know you not about that life. Michael ain't about to do shit. I mean, I was really looking for Morgan to whoop Michael's ass. I'm still waiting for Morgan to seriously whoop Michael's ass. But anyway, but yeah, Morgan basically says that the only reason he's there is basically return something to Sonny that he got for his anniversary and whatnot. Sonny gave him for his wedding and whatnot. And we later find out when Morgan goes back to Ava's apartment. More on Ava and Carl. I'm talking about Ava and Carly in a minute. Morgan goes back to Ava's apartment, and he tells her that he basically tells her that well, Julian comes back in, and he tells him that he gave Sonny the gift and whatnot, and that it's a little tracking device. Morgan basically planted a bug in Sonny's office and whatnot, and how they can listen to everything, all of Sonny's conversations and everything that's going on and whatnot. And but yeah, it was actually a pretty smooth move in a way by Morgan, claiming he's coming to return a gift that Sonny gave him, but it also has a clock that has a bug planted in it that's probably going to wind up exploding and this is how I see all this shit playing out. Michael is going to probably wind up being in Sonny's office, and all of a sudden that bug is going to that clock is going to explode, and Michael's going to wind up getting hurt. I also really did, but I will say this. Someone actually, I know I said I've been trying to do spoilers, I've been trying to do some spoiler-free stuff, but, which for the most part, for most storylines I have, but someone sent me a little, DM me this on Twitter, and it says that a rumor is that Michael is going to get hurt through this whole, and Michael's going to wind up getting hurt throughout this whole mob war, and it's going to be Morgan's fault, something that Morgan did. Michael's going to get hurt from something that Morgan did and whatnot. And but yeah, but that was that. Morgan planted a bug in Sonny's office and whatnot. And but yeah, what else happened on today's episode? All that Spinelli and Ellie stuff, I didn't really care much about that. I want to know this. I want to know how, because Ellie was basically asking Spinelli where do they stand as a couple and whatnot, and how and asks if he still love her and whatnot, and he basically says yeah, he still loves her and whatnot. He wish he could let all that go, but yeah, but he does still love her. And I want to know this. How are we supposed to believe that Ellie and Spinelli are in love when we freaking barely see them on screen? We barely see Ellie and Spinelli on screen. This is the first time we've seen Ellie in a long time. But yeah, but like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to understand how we're supposed to believe that they're so deeply, madly in love, and we barely even seen them on screen. But anyway, moving on from them, that whole Maxie and Lulu stuff. I know this whole custody stuff is gonna get very ugly. Maxie's saying Lulu says she's gonna bring up all the Maxie's dirty laundry, which she can. There's a lot of stuff she could bring up about Maxie, and Maxie says she's gonna do the same thing with Lulu. She's gonna bring up a lot of her dirty deeds too. Cause there's a lot that she can bring up about Lulu. There's really a lot she can bring up about Lulu. I'm pretty sure Lulu's gonna bring up all that stuff with Maxie was carrying Lucky's child and whatnot, and how she broke up him and Elizabeth's marriage, and from what I understand, I think she broke up their marriage and whatnot. And Maxie probably can bring up the whole thing that Lulu broke up Georgie and Dylan and whatnot, which I've been hearing rumors that they've recast somebody to bring on as Dylan. That's something I've heard. But anyway, um, I got another little casting tidbit from one of my sources from one of my Twitter sources, who gets like the taping schedules and whatnot, and like big casting news and whatnot. I got some little casting news in this video, but yeah, I heard like a recast of Dylan Quartermain is coming back. They're gonna bring Dylan back as a recast. But anyway, but yeah, so I would say that's one thing I'm interested in seeing who the baby's gonna go to. I haven't read anything about that storyline, but who the baby's gonna go to, because they have like the big November sweep stuff out, and that whole custody battle is gonna like play out throughout November sweeps. But the main story that's gonna play out during November sweeps is the Robin's homecoming storyline. That's gonna play out really throughout November sweeps. So I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, that's really all I can say about happening on today's episode. The Cole Carly and Ava stuff, I know they got this big cat fight coming up pretty soon, and I'm interested in seeing that, but there's not really much I can say about their scenes today. But anyway, except for I like both. I like those two. I love both of them and whatnot. But there's not really much I can say about those two, about their scenes today. I mean, their scenes really didn't do much for me today. They was basically just sitting there threatening each other. But anyway, if I forgot to talk about anything in this video, let me know in the comments section. Let me know what storylines really have you guys intrigued about on GH. Which GH storylines really have you guys intrigued? But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about today's episode. Or like, if you guys want to hear me like discuss something else. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about that. But the whole casting news I have, apparently, let me go to my Twitter. Apparently, they've cast Kevin and Lucy's daughter. From what I understand, she's supposed to have already been cast. It was like a while back. They said that character had been cast, but we have never saw her. But from one of my sources told me that apparently Kevin and Lucy's daughters has been cast by an actress by the name of, hold on, what's her name? An actress by the name of Kristen Devine, something like that. From what I'm understanding is her air date are probably going to be at the end of November. Cause her first air date is supposed to be like apparently either this is Kevin and Lucy's daughter or this is a flat out new teen character, because the actress that plays her is a teen, and apparently the air dates are going to be from like the 25th, the 26th, or 27th. One of those days we will be seeing that character pop up. And that's also a rumor that they're casting 2 new doctors for on GH. They're casting 2 new doctors. One of them is an African American doctor named Kelly, and the other one is an African American doctor named Caucasian doctor named Justin. And they also have a character by the name of. I'm also here they're casting Lucas too. So, and also that the Sean Donnelly, Stefan Castelline, and Helena are supposed to be back. From what I'm understanding, there's rumors that those characters are supposed to be back. I don't know how true any of that is. Any of what I just told you is, but anyway, let me know how you guys feel about that news, or how you guys feel about what basically what storylines on GH really have you guys intrigued. But anyway, leave me a comment below. This is Dominic checking out. Peace. God bless. And I'm out.